Good morning, all of you. We will continue with the same current city discussion. So today, I just picked up some problems on the infinite ladder one. So if you check again the advanced paper, especially, we don't have any question in that area. Only in EDO we have two problems on there. That one. So we can just keep on discuss any numericals. You may get attracted, but you check the advanced paper. Mains totally ruled out asking. And in advance, we don't have any numericals till date. So whether they will ask, they will not ask, we don't know. So some 4 or 5 numericals we'll discuss, we'll have an idea, that's all. And may not be very important. That's what I feel. In weekend exams, you may get 2, 3, 4, 5 also. But final exam, the probability will be less compared to the other topics, potentiometer, meter bridge, Wheatstone network. But a student must have some basic idea. What do you mean by infinite circuit? What are the conditions? Again, don't blame me if a question comes in advance. So we are discussing a probability. Probability can go wrong also. Some rheostat is some very important instrument, especially in the like ammeter, voltmeter, which we use very exclusively in lab, even till date. Of course, the size of rheostat has literally has come down. Now it is really in a very small shape. What I was using rheostat and what you are going to see in lab now will be totally different little bit. So what is the rheostat? It will be structure will be like this. Later on, I'll send one diagram. I'll upload diagram later on. Okay, this will be the basic structure. So it will be, this will be a stand, and here what will happen, turns will be there. So I'll having a connections where this will come. So I'll connect a wire, one wire here, other wire to this one. This will be used for making connection. So now this is the X. There's a handle which you can movable. So this is the connections which you are going to make it, say A and B. So definitely what happen, this part of resistance, what happen will get added up to A and B. As I shift it, again, this will increase. So each turn will add some resistance continuously. The coil, I'll wound it. So definitely this much of resistance will come into the picture. So as you move it here, the total resistance of rheostat will come. So if you move this this one, you can say handle, if you move this handle towards left, no, the resistance offered RAB will decrease. So RAB depends upon X, the length of X turn. So here the connections will be made. What is this? These are the stands and these are the turns. Wire will be owned. This is one basic idea. So it's a very easy equipment, means very easily you can vary the resistance here. It's asking now find the minimum and maximum current through the ammeter. What is the maximum permitted resistance here? 30 ohm. So you'll get rheostats of 100 ohm, 30 ohm, 50 ohm, 10 ohm, 1000 ohm, 10,000 ohm. When the movable, okay, these are the some points are there, P1 and P2. When this handle is at P2, it will offer the total resistance. When the handle is at P1, it's as good as no resistance, no resistance will be 0. Able to get this? So this is what that arrow they show it. It's a movable. No? I'll bring like this. So if arrow is here, no resistance will come. So like this, as I move this arrow, so what will happen to resistance that will come in series with ammeter will keep on increasing. When this arrow is here, exactly at this point, not visible, some are telling. Yeah. Okay, now able to see clearly. So what is the resistance will be? Will be 0 ohm by the rheostat. Only 6 ohm, 12 ohm in parallel is what's seen by the cell. So as I move this arrow, Suppose exactly somewhere here 5 ohm, 10 ohm, exactly at the midpoint, 15 ohm will get added up to the circuit, to the emitter in series. When the arrow is here, when the handle is here, all the 30 ohm will get added up. That's only the basic idea of the rheostat. Fine. So what is that arrow I'm moving is what? That handle. Let's have like this here. Okay, what is the minimum? When the arrow is at the left point, that will be minimum, no? So instead of drawing circuit, let me put it here. When the resistance is, when the arrow is at P1, okay, I'll write this as J. When J is at P1, when the handle is at P1, then what is the effective resistance? 6 ohm parallel to 12 ohm, and we'll get a current. Shall we go for maximum? That is 4 by 6 into 12 by 6 plus 12. 4 into 18 by 6 into 12. You'll get I max. Then when J is at P2, then I minimum will be 4 by, these two will be as usual parallel, and the rheostat resistance will get added up, 30. That will be minimum current. So by varying this position, you can control the current through this branch. So that's the main purpose of the rheostat. Okay, so will rheostat will dissipate energy? Yes, because any resistor should dissipate energy, no, here. So energy will be dissipated here. So what about this here? No flow of current here. Current will flow in this one. So I'll just give the direction of current. Here it will branch out, I1, I2. Here the current will flow like this. There'll be no flow of current. No power will be dissipated here. Power will be dissipated only in this region. Simple ideas can be asked in exam. Rheostat is a part of syllabus. Actually, you're supposed to learn in lab. I don't know in our college, will they teach or not? Okay, we'll take the next one. Yeah. Read the question. The resistance of meter bridge wire AB is 4 ohm. The null point is obtained at point J for rheostat resistance RH1 equal to 2 ohm. Okay, somewhere arrow is here. 2 ohm is there. With cell E1 connected as shown. Whose EMF, I know it. 0.5. Okay, this particular thing. Then with a cell E2 of unknown EMF is connected, the null point remains the same and the rheostat resistance is RH2 equal to 6 ohm. Find E2 is asking. Read question carefully. This is the thing. Yeah. So initially, what can be this? This length is same. There's no change in the length. I'll continue with the problem. This will be. So what is VAJ? VAJ should be equal to E1. And there's a null point. The deflection by galvanometer is 0. See, any different ways of asking question. Sir, is it a potentiometer? Yes, you can say it's a potentiometer also. Meter bridge wire, why we call, or you can also call the resistance of potentiometer wire AB. Or in order to say meter bridge also, just to trouble you is saying meter bridge, nothing to do with meter bridge here. No Wheatstone network, we are not using. Please be careful. That wire AB is what's happened, what that is used in meter bridge is connected here. That's all. Nothing to do with meter bridge idea. No, you have to be careful here. Okay, the current I will flow here. I1, better you call it. This will be the path of current I1. So what is I1? I1 should be equal to 6 volt by RAB plus RH1. Agree this. So this will be, I think we'll get expression for, this will be RA resistance, this will be 4 plus 2, 1 ampere. Or directly, what will that? We'll just calculate, we'll have this one. So then I lambda, what is the meter bridge? Sorry, he has not given length. I think, what is the length of meter bridge wire? It's a standard 1 meter, you need not to tell. That's why he said meter bridge. If I said any other wire, then length should be mentioned. Even if I say potentiometer wire, length should be. But if I say meter bridge, the length must be, AB should be 1 meter. Somewhere I'll write it. Standard value for meter bridge. It's telling her that this is some data very important in exam. I think such things only will trouble her. Sure, I'm telling this one. Because when you go and purchase meter bridge wire, no, you purchase in any part of the world, it will be 1 meter. If I change it 2 meter, then there's some problem with me. Because there's a convention what we follow. I think some questions do come like that. Please be alert. Okay, this is I1. Okay, let's come for this one. So definitely here again, current to galvanometer is 0. This is unknown, which we have to calculate. Current will be I2. Here the length is same. So what is I2? I2 should be equal to 6 by RAB plus RH2. So which is equal to 6 RAB. RAB is 4, RH2 is 6. So 6 by 10, 3 by 5 ampere. Okay, let's do one thing. What is E1 is equal to? E1 equal to I1 lambda L. What is E2 should be equal to I2 lambda L. So E1 like this also, E2 by E1 is equal to I2 by I1. There's a method, huh? Just same potentiometer idea only. Here currents has come into picture. In potentiometer, we don't change. By bringing rheostat, we can adjust the current through the potentiometer wire. That's the idea here. Huh? Okay, agree this, the current I2 by I1. But till now we did potentiometer problems where it was, current was same. Here the length we are maintaining constant. Now I should not call potentiometer because again, potentiometer, we do have a standard. I should not disturb current in where primary circuit. I think in potentiometer, we do have primary circuit, standard cell will be there. I should not disturb anything there, that one. Only in the secondary circuit, changes should be made in potentiometer. Did you notice this one? This is called like a primary, secondary. In secondary circuits, changes should be made. Primary circuit, no changes should be made in potentiometer. So therefore, I'll not call this experiment as potentiometer, but the same idea it is. Anybody value?
0.3.
Yeah. I'll scroll down. Take the next one. Yeah. Read the question. Question visible. Huh? Yeah. some lot of information is there. Terminal voltage and battery of terminal voltage 0.1 millivolt, current I. Okay, let me continue with the diagram. This is the first part of the diagram. This much is what? Current I is flowing. Shell of radius R. Smaller. And wall thickness T equal to 0. Millimeter is made up of copper except an equatorial strip. I think I can't show wall strip. Better you can. Let me. Okay, then we'll go for previous diagram. That'll be better. Yeah. So what is this? This black color is what? Iron strip. If the aluminum strip is replaced by an okay, okay, this is aluminum strip. Okay, next what I do is no. This is I'm going to replace with an iron strip here. Iron strip. What elemental structure you are going to assume? I replace with an iron strip. Now see this. What current flow will flow through the battery? We'll call this I dash. Any resistance will change? Yes, definitely. So current flows. How do current will flow? On the surface, no? Wall thickness, spherical shell. Try to see that spherical shell. So current what happen will flow like this. How to find out the resistance of such a structure? See what we are doing, we are removing aluminum strip and we are bringing iron strip, that's all. The resistance of the green color region will not change. I agree this point. The resistance of green color region will not change. But we don't know how to calculate that particular resistances. What is the total resistance of this structure, that one, total resistance with a shell plus aluminum strip? Let it be R. So let's begin with this. Let R be the total resistance of shell plus aluminum strip. Will agree this one be. So what is this R? R should be equal to how much? V by I. I think this much of information what we have. Next again, I'll remove that aluminum strip. So the resistance of that shell will not change. I'm introducing iron strip. Then what is the resistance of that iron strip or resistance of aluminum strip? So we'll write RA. What is RA? Resistance of BR, let it resistance of aluminum strip should be Ra, should be equal to resistivity of aluminum into length. That B is a what? B. Then what is the circumference? 2 pi r into what is the thickness? Thickness will be T. I think you should really how to show this. What is B? B is this one. What is T? T is this one. Huh? Thickness. Yeah, this should be the T. Some light color, I'll take it. And there's a radius, no? So so what is area? So shall we call this is what the area, no? This everything will become area. This will become area of the strip, no? Sir, why can't this be area? You can question me, no problem. You can question me. So what is this current? Where do it will flow? It will flow through this part, no? Here. Through this gray color there, it normal to that, the current will be flowing. The current will be normal to this gray color. Current will not will be perpendicular to this strip. Will be normal to this. Will be tangential to this particular thing. The flow of current will be normal to this area. Current will flow normal to this area. Normally through this area. Okay, I think what I wrote, similarly, resistance of iron strip. Ri or Fe, this should be equal to rho Fe B by 2 pi RT. Okay, this much is what somehow we have made it. Let's see that one. What to do now? He's asking I dash. That's all our question. So what is I dash? You write it. I'll directly write equation. How many of you will accept? Let's see. For the total resistance, shall I subtract aluminum, resistance of aluminum, and I'll add resistance of iron strip. I'll subtract, I'll add iron, then I'll subtract, or else it should be like this. R minus RA plus RFE. What is R? R we know it, V by I. Remaining all quantities, we know it. Okay, to be frank, shall I tell you, like when I did this problem almost for 2 days, okay, I got answer. Then what happened? Then I started thinking on my stupid brain. And then what happened? I got this idea. See, it doesn't mean that science always you'll be thinking perfectly. Something stupidity also will enter into this one. I literally did almost for 2 days. I struggled. What I did is I assumed a circular strip here. Then I determined. Then I removed this. Then this one. Okay, mathematics. I enjoyed everything. Almost literally 8-9 hours with through mathematics. I brought it. Later on, logically, when I start thinking, I got this answer. What is expecting is expecting to think like this. Every time you should not jump to mathematics. This will be very difficult. Current density, like you have to look at the strips here. Different strips again, their cross section will change, no? So quite complicated method I did. Okay, so workout. This answer will be you
I
have
at
to,
approx.
yeah. Let's take the next one. It's a part of circuit is telling a portion of large network is shown in figure. Values of the resistance are in figure. Both emitters A1 are ideal. If reading of emitter is 1 ampere, how much will the emitter A2 will read? There is no, sir, where is the cell? It's a part of circuit. Hey, mute it, mute it. No, come for this. He is asking us to get the reading of emitter A2. Wheatstone network, shall we apply? Only 4 resistors are there, no? Where is the Wheatstone network? So something we should search for some ideas here. So I'll begin with the naming of terminals. Okay, just put effort. I'll give 2 minutes time. You can rename terminals. So let this be X, Y, let this be P, let this be Q. Okay, agree this. So now X and Q are at same potential. X comma Q. P and Y are not same potential. They're connected by 8 ohm resistance is there. So therefore Y I'll bring it here and this is a P. I think, okay, fine. 4 points are there. Now between X and P, we have ammeter come 6 ohm resistance. So this is the ammeter, 6 ohm. P and Q, we have 3 ohm. Let me show that. 3 ohm. Q and Y, 15 ohm. This one. Then P and Y, 8 ohm. Okay, we are not bothered. Now what we know is only current 1 ampere. Here how much of current is flowing. So this is I1, you call it. And they're ideal, no? The emitters are ideal. So we know current. So do we know drop PQ, VPQ? Yes, that will be parallel to 3 ohm. And what all year current will calculate. So let this be, say, I3. What is I3? We know the drop. What is the drop? VQP should be equal to I1 into 6. I1 is 1, 6 volt. Then how 3 ohm is? 3 ohm, this 3 ohm resistor is parallel to this one. As ammeter is ideal. So therefore this will be I3 should be equal to VQP by 3. 6 by 3, 2 ampere. Then what this? So then I1 plus I3, they will combine. Let be I4. So I1 plus I3 equal to I4. So 1 plus 2. I4 will be 3 ampere. Keep it here now. But what it's asking something I2, no? How to get I2? I'll go for potential drop. VQY, right loop equation. VQ plus VQ minus 3I3 minus 8I4 minus Vy equal to 0. So VQ Y should be equal to 3I3 plus 8I4. What is VQY? The drops, they should be equal to. Okay, first we'll calculate this. I3 is how much? 3 ampere.
Sir, 6 ampere, sir.
I3 is 6.
I2, sir, I2.
Answer. Okay, wait. Have patience. What is this? I wrote I4. Okay, you got VQY. Then if you know VQY, so this will be 6 plus 24, 30 volts. So now you write VQ minus 15 I2. So how much I2? 2 ampere will come.
2 ampere.
Part of a circuit, because we took many problems where it was even with emitters, part of circuit will come. Be alert, and this is all. You check the advance. Long back they've asked not with emitter, just only sell that one, but emitters, voltmeters also can be brought here. So students, I think biggest problem. Don't say like, sir, I'll apply KVL. I'll apply loop current I1, I2. Already you know this current. No, I think you'll be taking big risk. So don't go for loop current I1, I2. That one, or some students, what they do, they go for branch current, here current I, here I2. Then it's a short circuit, so all the current will flow here, no current will flow. Gone over. There is no any.
Sir, how did you predict the direction of current I1?
Yeah, that is what enters, no, here.
Sir, if I1 is in the opposite direction, will we get the same answer, sir? But it is not mentioned, no, sir. It is given.
It is. Usually you see emitters, actually, polarities will be mentioned there. But usually it is assumed, no, towards right, naturally.
Okay, sir.
Okay, no, so I think definitely, no, it's all about your methodology, no? Like, sir, I'll assume branch current. So if there's a short circuit, no current will flow, then nobody will help you. Then even you should not assume loop current, I1, I2. So it's whenever you see a wire here, no, better to redraw it. X and Q are at same potential. That's the basic idea. So when 2 points are connected by a conducting wire, they are equipotential. So redraw this circuit and check it. If they're series parallel, then carry on. This idea finish, or whatever they ask, you should use this method. So it will be very tricky for you. So what method? Because now you know many things. Know what has to be done. There's a headache what you are going to face in exams. Okay, let's do some nodal analysis. Simple problems I picked up. Some two problems on nodal analysis will do it. Okay, let this be 6 volt. Four volt, 2 ohm, 3 ohm. No, I want the current through all the branches. Even if you want polarity of 4 volt, we'll change later on problem. First, we'll discuss some basic. Next problem, I'll change it. Okay, this is a circuit. Okay, we'll take this one. Yeah. No, we have to give the polarities. What is the overall method of this? We should define, okay, this anyway, this is 0 volt, R3 is there. So this will be 0. This will be 0. I'll bring with the red color. I think some more, if you can define this, rest all you can manage, no? And the cell is there. What should be the potential difference? 6 volt, 4 volt. Then the potential difference between these two should be 12 volt. We don't know. So you can we write this as like a 12 and this is 0? See, please do think. I just picked up a good problem. Can we write 12 and 0? Because potential difference should be 12. So the other student, what you will write this as 8 and minus 4. If you write this as 8, so I'll begin the problem like this. One student will write like this. Is it right? Sir, you only said potential difference across cell should be 12. So 8 minus of minus 4 will be 12. Okay, then how much of current here will be? 8 by 2, 8 by 3 ampere. Other student, what he did is, he will write like this. Or let him directly take it. 12 is right. So now also potential difference, how much will be 12? Then what is the current here? Will be 4 ampere. They tell me like there is some ambiguity, at least please do learn. So we don't have any formula here. It has to be learned by comparing things. Tell me like which student is correct. I think I'm bringing in front of you the situation. Eight volt. Who is correct? I'm asking one of the best question for you now. Who is correct? Both are correct. How both are correct? How much of current will be here? 4 ampere. How much of current here? 8 by 3 ampere. If I connect emitter, emitter will read on okay, since you are doing experiment for you 4 ampere, other student is doing for him 8 by 3 ampere. No, any emitter connect here has to read same. No, both the students, so when they go in the lab and check it, no, this may not be the reading. Both are wrong here. So this is ambiguous, no? Sir, what about here? So this may be also wrong then in that case. No, this is the sure, no, we are no, this is zero potential earth rate. So there's no problem with this. Fine. So this definitely there's a question mark. Getting the idea? So therefore, shall I say it's a wrong? Wrong of what? Not question wrong. These potentials are wrong. So what is the correct then? We don't know that. When you don't know what you should do, I put some value V1 and V2, solve it. Hope all of you getting the method. So how to define potentials is what the core idea. I'll put it in corner here. Second, I think this nodal analysis, if you really want to learn, it will come by solving different numericals comparison. So don't suggest. I think yesterday some 4 students, they have sent me message like, sir, like a nodal analysis, tell one suitable method. Tell me where is the suitable method? Problem to problem, things will change, no? And somebody even sent message, sir, any better formula to assume potentials, from where formula I'll bring. I think even you can't expect in science shortcuts of that extent where it will be like watching movie. How we enjoy movie like that, you can't enjoy science. Your head should break up, then only you are learning science. No, okay, this is the, I'll begin like this. 6 volt. Don't take it under. Parents are calling, my kid is under a lot of pressure. What's wrong if you're in pressure? Tell me. What will happen? Nothing will happen. No. Yes, definitely. What happens? Setbacks will be there. You'll become strong. No. Definitely. What happens? See, physics class is over. Then what will happen? Your head. You should 10 minutes. What happen? You should close it. Let me relax. Huh? I'm under pressure. I'm stressed. You should face such a situations. Huh? Happily, if you solve physics problem, then there's a question mark. Okay, I'll begin. Let's come to the concept. Let's not waste time. V1, V2. We don't know this. Okay, that has to be calculated. If we know V1, V2, then we can get everything. So, but we know one thing. V1 minus V2 is how much? 12 volt. After this, what to do? Applying KCL. Applying KCL. But sir, we don't know currents. So shall I go for distribution of current? That is what nodal analysis why we are bringing to avoid distribution of current, branch current method. It will take more time. So as a teacher, I should not show current here, current here, current here. Let's assume apply KCL. Then what is use of nodal analysis? Already you distributed current, right? KVL or no? Why to struggle so much? So therefore, we'll give name for the junctions. This is P, P1, P2 at P1. This is totally no. So at P1, shall we write here V1 minus V2? We don't have anything near, no? There's no resistance here, no? There's no resistance here. So let me come on this side. V1 minus 4 by 2 plus V1 minus 0 by 3 should be equal to certain current. We don't know that. Let it be I. That current, let it be I. This one now again at P2. At P2, this I will leave. This I is entering, no? So here at P2, it will be V2 minus V6 by 4 plus V2 minus 0 by 1 should be equal to I.
Minus I, sir.
So one thing I'm very sure, what current leaves here, that current should enter here, no?
Minus I it should be.
Wait. Let you give your teacher some time. In the end, you can come back. Okay, what current here leaves, that much of current should enter here. Will I agree this much? So shall I go for minus I or plus I? See, that's what you have to take help of some slight, see, currents, I'm assuming like this. Huh? These two currents are entering and this is leaving. Then what you write? The potential difference. V2. So here it will be like this. Huh? V2 minus 6. Okay, we'll do one thing. Current, it is coming. So here it will come like this. So in this case, you write 0 minus V2. Okay, fine. Many are asking me doubt. Okay, I'll do one thing. IA, IB. So what is your equation will be? IA plus IB should be equal to I. At least, okay, fine now. What is IB? 6 minus V2 by 4, 0 minus V2 by 1. This should be equal to I. Or what is I is equal to? V2 minus 6. V2 minus 6 we have to write. No? So V2 minus 6 by 4, V2 minus 0 by 1 should be equal to minus I. Shall I bring minus sign or shall I just keep only plus I? So negative sign has to be brought. You need to, because it has become a practice. So therefore, these ideas like this, we get a situation. In that case, you should be careful enough of this kind. equate this, solve it, and what is the reference? V1 minus V2 should be 12 volt. Two equations are there. Okay, anybody answer?
V2 minus 78 by 25, sir.
78 by 25. V1?
220,
220.
222 by
2 by
25, sir.
Is it 12 volt difference?
Yes, sir.
It is not this. It's not there for a syllabus, but numericals may come with nodal analysis. So I suggest you, if you really find very difficult, I1, I2, I3, solve it. No need of this. It's not a compulsory that you have to learn, but advantage will be there in advanced mains. Okay, if you're preparing only for mains, it's totally ruled out. Nodal analysis you can forget. Only in advance, some problems may come. Then nodal analysis will help us a lot. Okay, let's take one more. This is a very important. Already I discussed. Once again, I'll put it. Then we'll close this. We'll go for next discussion. And there's a very popular 4 ohm, 8 ohm, 2 ohm, 6 ohm. Already I discussed in class. Once again, I'm bringing this one. So now I'm asking you to find the current through all the resistors. So is it a V-Stone network first? 4 by 8, 2 by 6. No, it's not a V-Stone network. So we can't remove that 5 ohm resistance. Agree this. So what is only alternative left over? I should find out the current through all the branches. I'm just wanted to revise all the ideas. I think this question often comes for you at many places. This one. So we'll do one thing. What are the several methods available? Okay, the first method is available is what is the idea of this one? This will be I. So current I1, this I2. Here let it be I3. I1 minus I3. I2 plus I3, and this is current I. This is how much? Say 20 volt. Writing loop equation, solving, will get the required answer. Branch current. You should be very good in distributing current. Then can we solve this same by nodal analysis? So I'll write X potential Y. I think if you know X, Y, and let me define this as zero potential. So this will be 12 volt. So this should be how much? This should be 0 volt. This will be 12 volt. Okay, somehow if you can find out the potential X and Y, I think we can get current through all the branches. No? Okay, get in this one. So now let me write at X, we'll write it first at node X. X minus, so how the currents will flow, I don't know that one. So what will I do is like, this is 20, sorry, this is. This will be much X minus 20 by 4 plus X minus 0 by 8, X minus Y by 5 equals 0. But so like which current is entering, which is leaving, you need to bother. So now similarly, at node Y, Y minus 20 by 2, X and Y are unknown. Once you get X and Y, you can. So I think this will be much easier. Huh? So I suggest you, like, you see this 3 equations solving. This will be better. I think these are the 2 methods available. Or what is another third method? Assuming loop current I1, I2, I3. Solve them. 3 equations, 3 unknown. So branch current, loop current method, nodal analysis. So you don't bother like a I1, I2. Don't distribute current. Nodal analysis, don't distribute current. Only some situations like this above problem comes. So just think once, or else take help of this condition. Let's do some infinite networks. I think already I discussed only 1 or 2 problems. Let me take some questions. There's infinity. Let me locate 2 points. I want the resistance. So let R be the resistance of each, not cell. We should not call cell, each side of a cell. Now the first problem I'll do indicate. Okay, now we have to calculate the resistance of this network across what? Across AB. Let's get into the. So this is what the terminal. So what we are going to do is like, see, where do we use? Sir, is it ideal? You look at the television screen. We do get many capacitors. Actually, it's a capacitor screens are there. If you look at a Apple iPhone, no, it is made up of LED screens, and most of the others what we use is like a capacitive screens, touch screen, no, the capacitive, that one. LED screens and touch screens and the capacitive screens are there. What we get even LED TV. So if you look at that one, no, so LEDs will be there. So then what is the method we use is, especially let's come for the mobiles here now. Here I took resistor, no. So in the mobiles open, you can go for resistance and capacitance. Like this, between AB, there'll be one resistor and capacitor. When you touch it, no, you're going to bring the contact and that particular signal will be passed here. So even the mobile screen also, you can treat it like an infinite network. In that particular mobile screen, what we have like around 6.4 inches or 6.5 inches. That I think that's the maximum permitted, no, for mobiles. 6.5 or 6.5 will take standard 6.5 inches in that. So you may easily count around some more than around 80,000 capacitor and resistors will be mounted there. So 80,000 and that one is almost considered to be infinite. So maybe when I was studying, this is like an ideal problem. Now it is there in practical available. Okay, how to calculate the resistance across the terminal C RAB. So what we do is first I'll feed the network. So I'll connect the cell. So we'll feed the network, feed network at A. And the other terminal will be at infinity. Then a current I will come. It will branch out equally. So now you have to put a question, sir, how come, as it is infinite, definitely what happen, current in all this at this junction will, 4 branches have come, no, will branch out equally. So feeding the network. Then I'll don't fight with any some sort of like a formula. No, the feeding network at a feed network. At infinity, you're connecting. How the current has to flow here. So the current, what will happen? This is B. We are not feeding at B. Are you getting this one? I'm going to feed network. So then the resultant superposition of these two is what? We are going to get the effective resistance, and from there we are going to calculate here. So the current I will come. So this will be I by 4, I by 4, I by 4, I by 4. So the superposition of these two is what? When you connect a cell across AB is what will come into picture. So why we should think like this? That is the primary question what you can ask. Suppose you connect a cell and A is at higher potential than B. What do you expect current? The net current should flow from A to B. So when you connect a cell across it, the current what will branch here. So here what will happen? The net current will flow from A to B. No? So A will be at higher potential than B. So the resultant current should flow from A to B. The net current in the branch AB should be from A to B. Similar thing. So don't do like this. Huh? This is positive, negative, then I by 4, net current 0. Okay, fine. This is the method we are bringing it. Don't think that we are connecting again two cells. No, this is the assumption. There's a method technique what we are bringing to calculate that one. Or else just connect one ammeter here. Of course, you should not connect ammeter also, because how you connect inside the television, their ammeter in the screen, not possible. So it should be the method is this the assumption. The method what we are bringing to this one. I'm not bringing two cells. If at all, I'll just connect ohmmeter here. Finish. It's going to read. So the superposition of this two networks, if I put it no. So this is the I'll show like this. Rest of network, and this is the resistance R. Now, how much of current will flow through the AB? Superposition of this I by 4 plus I by 4. So how much of current will be? This will write it I by 4 plus I by 4. How much it is equal to I by 2. Then how much of current? If I connect a battery, where if a current I enters, if I by 2 flows here, the remaining current, how much will be? I by 2. Resistance of grid network, whatever you can call that one. Now, so looking at this, what should be the resistance of the grid, remaining grid? Should be equal to R only. Resistance of rest of network, and this R. So what is RAB? So because of this network, what I can write, R is equal to R dash. What is R dash? Rest of the network, and they are equal. So then what is the effective resistance when you connect any ohm meter? RAB should be equal to R into R dash plus R dash. So this will be R by 2. So now it's a method. Let's apply this for in various situations. I'll bring now to this. Okay, can I bring points here? Okay, let me keep here because I have option of. I'll slightly change problem. No, same thing. No, instead of this, let me bring a point C. So the resistance will be R by 2, R by 2. I want RAC. Where I'm going to connect now? I'm going to connect it between the cell between A and C. Effective resistance of this grid measured across AC. Find resistance of grid across terminals. AC. This is our question. Huh? Not B is not. AC is what has to be determined. Previous thing I'll add question. Find the resistance of grid across terminals AB. Okay, now what method you are going to bring it here now?
3R by 8.
3R by 8. Okay, fine. Yeah. So again, the feeding network at A. So you show that this is the R by 2. This is the point B. This is R by 2. This is R. This is R. This is R. This is the point A. Now I'll make the current to enter. So feeding network at A. So now also what current? I by 4. I by 4. So I think please, it's a network. Huh? The current will branch out. So how come? As it is infinity. I just wrote infinity beside here. Now let's feed the network at C. Feeding the network at C. At C, if you come, so what do we get? This is a point C, no? And let this be the point A. Just to confuse you, I'm bringing many registers. Show this is the point B. R, this is R by 2, R by 2, this is A. We are going to feed network at C, that one. So I think cell will be there. I'll bring the cell. Feeding the network at C. Feeding the network at infinity, this. Okay, this is. How the current? Actually, see, this is I'm able to understand. So don't show current here. You should come now. You are feeding at network. So and you are going to collect from point C. So definitely what happened? As it is infinite, so what current should flow here? I by 2 and I by 2. I don't have much explanation. Huh? The diagram itself is self-explanatory. So let's get into the superposition of these two diagrams. Okay, this is R by 2. This is the point A. A and C, no? So rest of the grid, we don't know what is the rest. So rest of the grid, it will be very vast, no? So rest of the grid or network. So what is the resistance of this? R dash, we don't know that. So now a current I will enter here. Then we know how much of current through R by 2 should be. I by 4 plus I by 2. Three I by 4. Then how much of remaining current should be through the grid should be I by 4. And the potentials, they're equal. So with this, what we can write here now. So 3I by 4 into R by 2 should be equal to I by 4 R dash. R dash should be equal to 3R by 2. Then what is the effective resistance? RAC should be equal to R by 2 into R dash by R by 2 plus R dash. Anybody value? 3R by 8.
3R by 8.
I have this much of explanation. Some diagrams also I took. I have it. There's a method what they suggested here. Where do we use? Better say touch screens. What all we have? LED TVs. Where all screens we have, no? The digital displays, we are using this method only. R will not be there. R and C will come. Let's take the hexagonal cells. We'll take it. Triangle I discussed, no, earlier. Triangle or
Hexagonal only you discuss.
hexagonal discussed. So hexagonal discussed, no. Then I'll go for. Shall I take the triangle one? We'll take the triangle one. Drawing triangle. Just wait, I'll get the diagram one. Triangular mesh, how it will be? I'm unable to draw. How the triangular mesh? Anybody, can you? Triangular mesh. I'm unable to draw the triangle mesh. Okay. Let me try with. Fine. Okay, this is the straight lines. Just keep in high. So I'll trying to. We'll draw a few lines. There's a one thing. How triangle will come? Okay, parallel to this. Okay, no. I should make it triangle.
Ant lines.
Not correct. I'll use another method. Huh? Delete. This should be delete. Well, think I'll bring another method. This will be much easier. Anybody, if you can draw and send in WhatsApp, I'll paste it. Because as such, we don't have question. Yeah, okay, fine. I got the idea. This should be the okay, correct. No, it should be. It is making triangle. Oh, it is taking more time. Huh? Oh, clone. Yeah. So this is the some rough diagram. All of you agree this triangular mesh. Now we have to later on. I'll do some joints, not exactly that we can do later on. Huh? Let me get into the problem. This is a triangular mesh. So these are the points. We have to calculate AB. I think it's possible. Huh? How to get this one now? So let R be the resistance of each. R naught, I'll write it. R naught, small letters we'll use in this case. Again, the feeding network at A, then feeding network at infinity. The same logical method has to be brought here. So different hexagonal I did. So this triangular I brought it. I think almost all shapes are there. First, feeding network at A. How many feeding network at A? I think six branches will come here, no? How many or 4? Okay, this is 6. This will be, yeah. This is the point A. Here I'm going to feed the network. current will enter. So the resistance of each arm is how much? R naught, R naught, R naught, R naught, and R naught. So what is that current I? And this will be infinity. Current I will branch out. So we are interested in this B. So how much of current will flow through this? I naught by 6. No comfort. The feeding network at infinity. And we are going to collect it from B. Triangular also possible, huh? Triangular also possible. Okay, this is the B. R naught, R naught. And the current will be the same current I will come. So this is the B, no? And this is the A. Terminal A will be here. So how much of current will pass through it? I naught by 6. Okay, total current will be I naught by 3. So this will be, the circuit will be, this is A, this is B, R naught. So total current will be I naught by 3 plus I naught by 3. The rest of the grid so here how much of current? I'm going to send I. Why I naught? Should be only I know. Yeah, let it be I. So if how much it will be? 2I by 3 will come here. The remaining how much of current should flow here in the rest of the grid should be I by 3. Then they're in parallel, so equating potentials. So 2I by 3 into R naught should be equal to I by 3 into rest of the grid call R dash. So what is R dash equal to? 2R naught. Now this will be the total resistance. Oh, 6 it is there, no? 6. How much it will come? I by 3. Okay, so
Equal to R naught.
I by 3 will be there here. Okay, I think something went wrong. So this will be 2I by 3. Okay, fine now. I by 3, 2I by 3 will come here. So then this will be I by 3 R naught, 2I by 3. So R dash is equal to R naught by 2. Okay, RAB equal to R dash into R naught by R dash plus R naught. Effective resistance, so R naught by 2. So this should be equal to R naught by 3. So grids can be of anything, cells can be anything. I think hexagonal I discussed. You have seen that square and there's a triangle. Any other things also they may ask, you should be ready for such things now. Let me go for one infinite ladder one. Infinite ladder, did I discuss? Anybody please respond.
One you discuss. One question.
One question. Okay, let's take one more. Some two, 3 questions I'll discuss, so they'll be easy for you. So this is the network. A and B. So let R be the resistance. Just I'll put dotted, it is understood. Huh? Black color line. Let R be the resistance of each resistor. So what is the effective resistance across the terminal CB? What is this? This is a line now. So it's a wire. It's a wire. Huh? Like a shorting it. It is of this particular thing. So what is the effective resistance RAB? So in this case, what you have to do? Treat this as one circuit. Find out that effective resistance. Treat this as one circuit. Find out effective resistance, and that will be in series. You may get combinations of this one. So this upper part and lower part. So let me break up the circuit. This will be one circuit, no? I think this is very easy. You can find out here, no? The total circuit we don't know, so let it be equal to RAC. RAC. So here R, this is angle. So here how much you calculate will be RAC. So what is RAC? RAC should be equal to R plus R into RAC by R plus RAC. Solving this will get RAC. Similarly, the lower part of the circuit. So that this everything will replace. So this will be R, B, C. This is the rest all circuit when we replace, no, so that will come RBC. And what is RBC? RBC should be equal to R plus R into RBC by R plus RBC. I think definitely RAC is equal to RBC when you solve it. Anybody value here? RAC?
Root 5 plus 1 by 2.
Root 5 plus 1, all divided by 2. Huh?
Yes, sir.
Even this also will be same thing. Huh?
Yes, sir.
So then what is the total RAB? RAB should be equal to RAC plus RBC. Root 5 it is only. So this will be root 5 plus 1 R. This will be your answer. Huh? Okay, agree this. So there's a one type even. Okay, next we'll go for next condition. Even same thing. This is applicable for capacitors. The series parallel formula will change a little bit. Will I agree this one? So we'll take the next one. I'll scroll down. Just do make observation. Now sometimes you get a network. Infinity I'll write afterwards. Okay, some rough diagram I wanted to show it. Time not there, no? So this will be infinity. Let R be the resistance of each. Let R be the 4 identical ladders. Contains a resistance of 2 ohm each. So let me define these points. So I'll ask you to find out the potential difference, or so like a resistance RAB. What you have to calculate, resistance RAB is what you have to calculate. What method has to be done? Again, the superposition, no, it is asking to find RAB. What we have to do, RAB we know how to calculate. There's an infinite ladder, but here that approximation, that what has to be done, that one. I think at least you calculate RAB or RCD. I'll change symbol. It will be, you are familiar with this. First we'll solve the, for AB we'll solve it. I'll get into the problem. Okay, this is the AB. Now, what to replace here? This everything has to be replaced. This whole circuit, you are going to replace. See, like in a, whether you measure the resistance, you measure the resistance either between either AB or you measure here or you measure, it should be same, no? So this, what is the resistance of this everything should be? I'm giving some very good diagrams, at least try to follow it. What the resistance of rest, all the part will be RAB only. And what are this? This is R. So here, what is the equivalent circuit will be? R. This is RAB will come. And when you measure here, it will read RAB. So therefore, so what is your total circuit will be? RAB should be equal to, RAB should be equal to R plus R into RAB plus R plus RAB plus R. Why? Because these two are in parallel. That effective will come in series with these two, no? So if symbols are troubling, no, let RAB is equal to say some capital R. We'll solve this, we'll get expression for capital R. Okay, after getting this, this is like a, better say RAB dash. We are not calculating effective resistance. Okay, just only for this ladder, it is what all we are discussing. We didn't enter into question. Anybody value?
1 plus root 3.
Okay, this is a, this one. Now what to do? So here your circuit
1
will
plus
become
root 3 times r.
root 3 times of small r. So your circuit has become now like this. This is A, this is B, C and D. This is C. What should be the value of this? Everything, this is value is R, capital R, capital R. Then effective resistance between points A and B is what is asked, no? How do this RAB, no, RAB net, according to this diagram, this should be equal to R into 3R by R plus 3R. 3R by 4. Okay, this will be 3 by 4, 1 plus root 3 into small r. Agree this? Just logical thinking, I don't think so there's any concept there. Just some more students should grasp that method. I'll take one more case. Let's go for division of 1. Let me recollect values. No, let me take a question. This is there in Pathfinder book also. Similar to that, I just picked up here. This is point A, this is point B. Let the resistance, yeah. This is 2 ohm, this is 2 ohm, this is 2 square, 2 square, 2 cube, 2 cube. Just make some observation. And this side also it will get repeated in similar way. 2 square, 2 square, 2 cube. You have to find out the resistance RAB. I think if you find for right hand side, it's similar that on the left hand side. So look at the configuration of the network on the left and right hand side. It's same, no? The configuration of the network on the left hand side and right hand side of the AB it is same. So what you calculate for right hand side will be same thing for left hand side. I'll start with the explanation. I think we have 15 minutes time. Okay, we can wind up. Find RAB. Of infinite ladder network as shown. Some before just I think we'll take on the right hand side of the circuit here. Let's not bother the what we discussed, the same thing will be applicable for that. Let me bring it here. What to do now? We have some sort of like earlier it was all registers were same, no, little bit we were able to do very comfortably. So I'll say this network is similar to A, B, 2 ohm, this 2 ohm, no? Here what will happen? I'll break up the points. C, D. Let's say till infinity. No, what is the assumption I'm doing is like this will be, this is a like a, from CD, no? So this 2 square is, no? Shall I write 2 into 2? This is 2 into 2 square. 2 into 2 cube. So I'll remove this, huh? You'll get confused. 2 to the power of 4 till only I show, no? Yeah. Can I just show like this? So if this were the network, what will happen? 2 times it is getting multiplied, no? If everywhere, if the resistance of all the resistors were only 2, so this everything what happened, this what is the resistance of this? Shall I write 2 times of X? And what is the resistance if I measure across AB? If I measure across AB, it will be X. But what will be this will be? It will be 2 times of X. The resistance of this will be 2 times of X. Here what I measure will be X. So therefore the equivalent network should be AB. This is 2 ohm. This is 2 ohm. And here I should bring the 2X. And what is RAB? RAB should not be 2X, should be X. I can't write, I'll just show X, that one. So what is RAB? RAB should be equal to X here. So therefore what is RAB? It should be equal to 2 plus 2X. Okay, this is. And RAB should be equal to X, that one. X should be equal to 2 plus 4X by 2X plus 2. Solve for that, we'll get X. And that is our required answer. No, this is for one side, no? What we get, the total left-hand side and right-hand side. So what we should do, anybody value of X?
3 plus root 17 by 2.
3 plus
17 by 2.
by 2, huh? Okay, okay, fine. Yeah. Okay, now what is the next part of the problem? So what I get is AB, no? This is AB. This is X. This is X. So RAB will be X by 2. So this will be 3 plus root 17 by 4. This is our end answer. Why we should shade this everything? So what is this everything? This everything what happened? I'm replacing with 2x here. Why not x square something? Why only 2x? I think that into symbol able to make it out all of you. There is a into, it's a product. I'll change it. The whole network what happened should be multiplied by like a 2 times of that one. If the x is there, no, 2 times of that product should be multiplied. And now you can ask questions, sir. What happens if these two are different? The way how it varies, no, these two variations are different. Then how that variation is what happened? K times you have to express. I'll give one more. Last one more we'll discuss on this one. I'm not very sure these are something very, very important like this. I will, as a teacher, what happened? Definitely with sure shot, I can say that one problem may come. As a student must have some awareness. Okay, fine. It should be like that, but not something like a, these are must very, very important. And you should work out many numericals. I think that is not a necessity. That's what I feel. I'll bring one more different variation, last one. I think don't spend much time on this thing. No? So what all I discussed, that will be sufficient for exam. Yes, I'll get one more question. Just give time. Some different variation will take it. Today what is the day? No, Thursday. No, today.
Yes, sir.
Thursday. Registers Thursday. That folder. Okay, fine. Yeah, I am here. No. Okay, then I'll not getting. Okay, let me make a guess. 1 ohm, 2 ohm. Then this one, next one, 1 by 2 ohm, 1 ohm, 1 by 4 ohm, 1 by 2, and so on. We have to calculate RAB. Okay, there's a network. So what we have to do, we have to find RAB.
One ohm.
1 ohm. Huh? Let me try. I should replace this total. Well, I should replace this part, no? Here. This everything I should replace with a resistance which is equal to that what you calculate across RAB. No, this is the X, this is Y terminals. So the equivalent network should be 1 ohm. This everything I should replace with terminals X and Y. This is X and Y. That value should be replaced here. Okay, that yellow color I'm showing. So at least by this time, what should be this value?
R/2.
R/2.
Should be the R/2. No, RAB will also be R/2 or will it be R?
R.
Should be R, no? So here RAB should be
Root 17 minus 1/2, sir.
root 17 minus 1/2. Okay, now okay, fine. Yeah. RAB should be equal to 1 plus R/2 into 2 by R/2 plus 2 ohm, and RAB equal to R. So 1 plus R by 2R by 4 plus R. Solving this, we'll get expression for R. How much? Root 17 minus 1 by 2 ohm. Different types of questions will come. See, you can ask questions. What is use of this? Actually, you look at the cable, coaxial cable, I think internet cable, dish cable, telephone cable. We have so many things, no? The cable, we transmit electromagnetic waves. For every 1 centimeter, I'll break up that wire into a network. Actually, we have here resistance. Only resistance we are talking. So even the cable, what when between 2 wires, there'll be capacitors. Can you remember capacitors? 2 wires, long wires will have a capacitance. So there'll be capacitance. There'll be inductance. So now for every 1 centimeter rod pen, I should replace with an equivalent circuit. It will come like a, now there'll be capacitance. I'll bring one capacitance here. Between them, there'll be mutual inductance. In each wire will have inductance. So again, I'll put one L. Then between them, one mutual inductance, one inductor. Like that, for every 1 centimeter, I replace with an equivalent circuit. Then I have to see, what is the net impedance offered. Then I'm going to solve. This is the major purpose, not for our time pass or for any other thing with it. Each wire will have resistance, will have inductance. Each wire will also have capacitance, and there'll be each wire will have capacitance, and there'll be between them there'll be capacitance. And I think this lower wire will have, it's a short circuit, no? Okay, just replace it, no problem, this is. Then there'll be also mutual inductance between them. And some air will be there. That air will also offer some resistance. So all these things will come into picture. Definitely the engineer what pen will die, that's all. So again replace this. What is R2? R2, some medium will be there, no? We can't go for free space. That medium will offer some resistivity, will offer some capacitance, mutual inductance will be there. Now this part you have to replace here like this. It will come like this, like that. You keep on repeating. So this what the coaxial cable will look like this. So what we do is like, for every 1 centimeter, depend upon my convention, that one. Let me take one. For every 1 centimeter, I replace with an unit. So what is the coaxial cable? The coaxial cable is this one. Then definitely if I want to study, so definitely I need first, what is the net impedance I measure here, no? So for that I should go for equivalent. Like this, we have started with simple resistor, then only capacitor, then only inductor, then RC, then RL, then LR, then RLC. This is the final coaxial cable will appear like this. Length is 1 kilometer. So you replace 1 kilometer divided into 1 centimeter, bring those many elements. Then you are going to work out here. Fine. So this is the main idea of such numericals. So because as such, you feel, sir, infinite ladder, infinity far away. What is use of this? Look at the cables. Cables will be very long. No, there's the meaning of that infinite. So this is what coaxial cable appears. Why we should study a little bit, some idea. So not for wasting time or just for fun or some to learn series parallel. No, this is the main purpose. Okay, I'll stop the class. Okay, thank you all of you. Take care, bye, see you. Any doubts you upload in WhatsApp. You can call me also, 223. Don't get scared. 223, you can call me. Any help, what happened, I'll definitely help you. Okay, thank you all of you.